Does John make you come today? Okay. Do you get to get hours for it? That's good then. Okay. What did he have you doing? Oh, that's going to be cute. Aww. That's going to be great. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be sad.
Early August because of
Get about 20 to 30 of these in, just nice and smooth. Remember your grip also, so you're gonna have, it's gonna look backwards to you guys, but this C grip, that's where your fingers should be on the ball, just like you're playing catch regular. When we throw a regular fastball, you should just have a nice loose grip. Remember, we don't want a death grip, we don't want to hold it like this. We just want it nice and relaxed. There should be a little bit of a gap, not too big though. Like literally every TikTok song on this station. Good, Jaden. Good job, Adrian. Good, Tess. Really make sure you snap hard, right? So get a good hard snap at the bottom. Better. Good, Quinn. I'm so tired. Good job, Elena. That sounds so good. All right, once you think you're good, we're gonna move on to the next progression. Again, you don't have to have a catcher. Like, I'll do it slowly. I'm not gonna stand on my mat because that's way too close. So remember, we're just gonna be nice and relaxed sideways. If you can see me at an angle, we're just gonna create a T. So no legs, nothing like that. We're just gonna bring our arms up a little bit, but we're still gonna just snap down. So we don't wanna move our legs yet. We just wanna really work on that wrist snap. So I'm gonna try not to kill my catcher. Snap nice and easy on the bottom. So I'm just starting here. Snap at the bottom. You can finish at your face, but make sure you snap first at your hip. Then your body's gonna naturally wanna come up, and that's fine. But don't snap up here. We still wanna snap at our backside and then just finish tall at the top. Don't forget your glove side when you're doing these. Have a really strong resistance on your front side. The one position I wanted to play was a catcher, but my dad was like, nope, you're not good enough. Cayla, make sure when you're coming down, you don't snap like this, right? You want to snap hard back here, and then you can relax and finish. Don't finish before you get that good snap in. Better. When you snap, you should be snapping so hard that you see your fingers almost. You don't want to just see your palm. When you finish, you should be able to really see your fingers. Better? Okay, remember, we don't want to use our legs yet. We're just getting our wrist snap together. Molly, when you're doing this, don't be so jerky, right? Like you're getting here and you're just kind of jerking through. And I get you're trying to emphasize that wrist snap at the bottom, but I want you to make sure once you get your wrist snap down here, you can just be relaxed after you finish. You don't have to jerk it so much. That's gonna cause your shoulder to hurt. Yeah. Better, Molly. Good, Quinn. Jaden, make sure when you do this, your wrist snap is fantastic. Don't leave your glove hanging up there though. Bring it down at the same time. That helps with our timing, okay? Your wrist snap is awesome. Better, yes, good job. Faith, same with you. Make sure you bring your glove side down when you go down to release the ball. Maybe everything. All right, once you get about 2 more of these, then we're going to progress to our next part, K's. We'll get a couple more of these in. Adrian. I love it, Adrian. All right, for this next one, we still don't want to use our legs yet. Remember from last week, our legs are going to be in the 4th progression. So we're going to still only be using our arms. But instead of just having the letter T, we're going to fit. So if you guys can see, I don't know. You don't want to wrap your arm back here behind your head. It should be just about even or even angled a little bit to the side. So when you make your K, you're just going to come up like this and snap down. So again, you're just going to come up. You can either come up as one motion and bring it down, or you can start with it up and then just come straight down. We still don't want to use our legs yet. We're just focusing on our arm path and our wrist snap. Snap. Nice and loose at the bottom. Again, don't use your legs yet. This is all just about your wrist and your arm path. Adrian, try to make sure you snap hard at the bottom, okay? You don't want to release and have your palm just facing your face. You want to snap and see your fingers. Good, Maddie. Elena, don't step yet. Just use your K and just use your wrists. I know it's hard. Better. Tess, when you go to do these, you're bringing up good and you're releasing. You're just kind of like jerking it. You're going to end up hurting your arm that way. So after you release, just snap and relax it to the top. Better. You don't have to step yet either. Remember, this is just all our arms. Good, Lauren. Good, Aislinn. Caitlin, when you bring your arm up, try not to wrap it like this at a 90-degree angle. You just want to have it nice and straight at the top. Yep. Better. And snap hard at the bottom. Good, Maddie. Good, Mal. Good. Get a couple more of these in. Maybe 5 each. I know. All right, before we go on to the next one, a lot of you guys, when you're going to do your wrist snaps, as you finish, you're getting here, you're kind of just jerking your arm. You're gonna really end up hurting yourself in like 6, 7 years if you keep doing the same thing. So make sure when you go to snap the ball, whether it's a T, a K, or whatever, when you snap really hard at the bottom, and then you finish at the top. You don't wanna just snap and jerk your arm down there. As you get older, certain pitches are supposed to be finished down at your hip, but they're not in a jerky motion. You don't want to release your fastball and just jerk it back. You're going to end up hurting yourself. So make sure you're snap hard, but then you're nice and loose all the way through your finish, okay? For this next one, we're still going to do a K, but we're going to add our legs. So you're still going to be here nice and tall. All you're going to do is you're going to take a step forward. So you can either start with both your arms down, or you can start in a K. You're going to start here. You're going to step. And now you're going to bring that back foot up with you. The quicker this back knee gets to your front knee, the quicker the ball is going to get to your target. You don't want to have a lag in your back leg that's going to make your pitches go slower. You're going to be here. And really make sure you snap this leg all the way through. Also be mindful that when you do this, you don't want to snap at the bottom and then drag all the way. As soon as you can drag your foot, bring it up just as quick. Drag it and pull it up. Thank you. Good, make sure you guys stay tall the whole way through with this. You want to stay tall when you're pitching, when you're hitting, everything. Elena, try not to wrap around, right? Finish and then just finish backward. You don't want to wrap to the other shoulder. You're probably a great curveball pitcher. Yeah, for now, just depending on Hogan's like state orders and stuff. So hopefully we can open soon. Good, Quinn. Good, Mal. Elizabeth, that looks good. Just watch your release point. Make sure you release at your back hip, okay? Hannah, make sure when you shift your weight, it's all in one spot, right? You don't want to get too heavy on this front foot. You just want to release and stay nice and tall all the way through, okay? Good, Bridget. Good, Jaden. That's a great wrist snap. Oh, love it. Bridget, try not to walk over. You're gonna be off balance that way. Everything else is good, but when you finish, try to stay sideways, okay? Eyes. Yeah. Yeah, my eyelashes always get in my eye. Much better, Elena. All right, get about 3 more of these in. Make sure your arms are still nice and loose. Do that one more. All right, we're gonna add another progression to our warm-ups before we actually move back to a mound. And we probably still won't throw today because I wanna work on some leg drive stuff. So we're gonna do one more arm progression. So make sure you're a little bit farther back from your target this time, especially so you don't kill mom or dad, whoever's cutting out. You're gonna start with your feet in an athletic shoulder width apart stance. I don't know if you can see, but you just wanna look comfortable sideways. So you're gonna start here. And this time, as you take a step, you're gonna do a full arm circle. So you're gonna be here nice and athletic, and you're gonna step towards your target and release. So now we're gonna have an actual full arm circle to warm up our arm slot for when we actually go back and pitch full. So again, I'm gonna scoot up so you guys can see me. I'm gonna start here, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start my circle and do a full arm circle this time. So we're gonna be here, do a full arm circle. This is going to be really crucial with getting your timing together because you have to figure out your step and your finish all at once. Good. Tess, don't finish with your weight on your foot like this. You want to be nice and balanced. I should be able to come over there and push you over when you're finished, and you should be able to stand nice and tall. Don't fall this way. Stay square. Better. Yes, much better. Aizen, that looks good. Make sure when you go to do your arm circle, you don't wrap your arm around back this way. So remember, try to keep it in front, not like all the way over here, but in front of your face or just right behind it. You don't want to wrap your arm back this way. Caitlin, try a couple without a ball to get your timing together. So just start, you can drop your ball and figure out how to get your step and your arm circle to work as one. It's a little bit funky. So all you have to do is just try to figure out what's gonna make you the most comfortable, and then you can add a ball. You don't want your weight to be shifted, right? Like you just did. I like that you did that because you have to fix it now. So you're gonna be here and figure out how you're gonna get your step and your finish to feel balanced and comfortable. So start here, and then don't lunge when you step. So if you're lunging when you step, bring your feet a little bit closer together, because when you step, you should be nice and comfortable. You don't want to fall, right? So now I'm going to scoot back. So my feet are going to be a little bit closer if you're falling. So you're just going to take a step so you're still nice and comfortable. So as you step, you should start your motion. So don't step and then do your motion. Step as your left foot is being brought up, bring your arm up too. Better. Good. Do a couple more of those until you get your balance good. Good. Do one more, then try to add a ball to it now. Good. Make sure you bring that back leg with you. Better, much better. Now work on your wrist snap. Good, Quinn. Elena, snap hard and stay square. Don't come across. Good, much better, much, much better. Good, Maddie. Do about 5 more each. Let's see what she's doing. Good, Elizabeth, make sure when you're doing it, you try to hold your finish. Don't fall over too soon. Better. All right, once you guys are good, grab a drink of water quick, come to the screen so I can show you what we're gonna focus on for the last couple of minutes of class. You guys are working nice and hard. I'm gonna take my shoes off for this next one. Can you see if there's a mound in that, whatever thingamabob that's called? Yeah. All right, so now we're gonna talk about our foot placement on the mound, and then we're gonna work on leg drive. If there's not a one there, it's okay. I can make it work without it. Yeah, it's okay. All right, so something to be mindful of when you're on the mound, you need to find out where you're comfortable. Something that's new for softball this year across every level is that your back foot does not have to be on the mound. For some of my young girls, it might be better for your back foot to be on your mound because you're not as like strong and big yet. But I know for me and like my college teammates, it's more comfortable with your back foot not on the mound because it allows you to get wider. Yeah. Okay, so you always want to start in the center of the mound. So you're not going to always have this line in the chalk for you. I have it because it's artificial. So you want your right foot just to the right of that power line. So once you start pitching a lot more, you're going to know where that power line is without even having to look down. Like I can walk up to a mound and know where I want to stand because that's comfortable for me. So that's where your right foot should be. Then your left foot, if it's on the mound, it should be on the left side of the mound or behind it. If I were to go pitch in a game right now, my foot would be so far back and that's comfortable for me. So you need to find out what's comfortable for you to get on that mound. So when you get there, this is comfortable for me. So I'm not too wide, even though I am tall, but this is where I want to be. I liked having the arch of my foot right on this lip of the mound, and that's where I like to stand. So just take like 30 seconds, make an artificial mound, and figure out where you want to stand, then we'll move on to the next part. So just find where you think your feet are comfortable. Practice not having your back foot on it maybe because that's legal now. So it's whatever you want to be comfortable with. I started at a pretty young age knowing I did not like having my back foot on the mound. So a lot of you might figure that out right now. So it's just finding where you think is comfortable. All right, the next thing we're gonna figure out is how you wanna start to be comfortable. So all pitchers have a routine. Like as a hitter, I had a routine going into the box. As a fielder, I have a routine to get ready for a pitch. As a pitcher, you should have a routine to get yourself comfortable and set for that pitch. One thing about pitching that you guys should have a mindset of, the game can't start without you. So I know me, I was very, I don't want to say aggressive or cocky, but I knew I was good and I played like it. So even as a pitcher, you have to have that confidence in the circle because the game cannot continue without you. So you take your time, you have 10 seconds, you relax and you do what you want to do at your own pace because honestly, you run the world when you're pitching because they can't do anything if you don't do anything. Find that process to make yourself comfortable so you dominate everything. So whether I'm gonna come back, sorry, I'm talkative today. So my high school coach, when she played in college, she had a routine. You guys know how they draw a circle around the mound? She felt like she was trapped, so she would erase the circle throughout the game. So she would literally get the ball back from her catcher and walk around. I think that's a little crazy, but it worked for her. So she wanted to erase that chalk so that she didn't feel like she was trapped. She was a psycho, it worked for her, she was good. So whatever your process is, for me, when I got the ball back from the catcher, I'd just check my runners, then I just walk back to the mound. I wouldn't walk all the way to the back because that was too far for me, I didn't want to. Then I would get up to the mound and then you get on, and then you're ready to take your pitch. Not all of you have pitches yet. Some of you might just have a fastball, whether it's throwing that fastball to an inside corner or throwing your changeup. You need to get set on the mound so that you're ready to take the pitch or take the sign from your catcher. So I'm gonna get on my mound here. And what you should do is you should start with this back toe on the ground and your heel facing up. So from the side, if I'm on the mound, I'm like this, nice and relaxed. So my toe is in the ground and my heel is facing up. So when I get here, this is how I'm taking my pitch. Ooh, if I don't fall over. How I'm taking the pitch from my catcher. So I'm here nice and tall and I'm relaxed. So that was just my process. Then as soon as I got the sign, that's when I would get my pitch in my glove and start to rock back. But for now, just find out what's comfortable for you to take that pitch or take that call from your catcher. For me, it was just like this, nice and relaxed. You want to relax your shoulders and be nice and tall. Again, the world revolves around you when you're pitching. Whew, my eyes are watering today. All right, once you think you have that, what we're going to work on for the last maybe 3-4 minutes is your push off of the mound. So your leg drive is the most important thing in a game. I will say from personal experience, I have been tall and big and strong my entire life. So I was able to cheat a little bit and I didn't always have to have a strong leg drive. To put in perspective, by the time I was 16, I was already in the 60s, and that's because I was able to have a really strong arm circle. But if I would have used my legs like I was supposed to, I could have thrown so much faster than that. So you can have the best arm circle in the world. If your legs are slow, you're going to be slow. So what I teach to my girls in my private lessons is you have to get a good athletic running stance. So what I mean by that, when you're getting ready to push off the mound, so once you already have your circle, so some of you guys, when you go to start, you might flap your leg, you might come all the way back, you might do something funky, whatever it is to you. So once you get that hinge in this arm, once this arm swings back, that's where you need to have your athletic stance. So I'm going to show you from the front and from the back. So I got my my sign from the catcher, whatever. Once I come to bring my arm back, this front knee push off knee should have like a 90-degree angle in the back as if you're leading off a base. So as a base runner, if I'm leading off on first base, I'm here, I'm nice and athletic. It's the same concept when you're pitching. So you're here on your swing back. When you go to swing your arms back, this front knee should be almost pointing into the ground. You don't want to have your chest all the way bent over because that's going to become uncomfortable. You have to find some place for your hips to rock back and for your chest to be over your knee so that you're comfortable. So when I go to push, right here is comfortable to me. It doesn't have to be too dramatic, but I have this knee pointing. I have this 90-degree angle with my leg, and that's going to allow me to really explode off the mound. So practice a couple of those, trying to figure out where your knee should be. Because if you've never emphasized that push off foot, it's going to be a little bit weird for you. Good, Bridget. My eyes are watering so bad. Whew. Oh, they should be able to see me. I didn't spotlight the video. Hopefully now they can see me. See. Yeah. So from the back side, it should look something like this, right? My chest is over my front knee just a little bit. My knee is pointing into the ground. Something else you should exaggerate. Before you start pushing this front leg, the leg you're gonna push off with, this toe should be pointing towards the ceiling. You should act like you're stepping on the gas, right? So with my toe up at the ceiling, once I go to push, it's like I'm pushing all my weight into the ground. So you're gonna be here in a nice strong push, and you're gonna explode out. Good, Quinn. Make sure when you guys get that hinge in your knee, so once you get to this point, when you're getting ready to explode, you don't want to explode up, right? When you run bases, when you're here to take a lead off to second base, you don't push and then run straight up because you don't get your power that way. Same thing with pitching. When you push down, you're going to push out, not up. Good, Caitlin. Push out just a little bit more. You pushed up a little bit on that one. I want you to focus on pushing out towards home plate, not up towards the sky. Better. Try to hold your finishes when you finish too. You shouldn't be falling this way or falling on your front foot. Lauren, hold your finish on this next one. Good, Aislinn. Good, Maddie. Good hold, Bridget, just like that. Good, Elena. Hold your finishes. A lot of you guys are falling over. So when you go to do your motion, right? I'm going to be here. When I finish, I should be here. I don't want to fall backwards or fall forward. Good, Molly. Remember to be relaxed after you snap, right? Don't jerk it. Snap it and then finish nice and loose towards your face. Better. Bridget, try not to turn so soon when you're doing this. Bring your knee up is good, but don't bring it up and then like twist yourself. That's going to cause your balls to go different ways. When you finish, yeah, stay square and then turn at the last second. You'll have plenty of time to feel the ball, I promise. Good, these are looking good. Oh, yeah. Good, Jaden. Hold your leg finish just a little bit longer. Try not to give up on that back leg, right? When you finish, try to hold strong here. Your snap looks fantastic, though. Do about 4 more pitches each, and then we'll bring it in for questions or comments. We'll talk about what we're going to go over next week. Good, Adrian. Make sure when you're doing that, though, when you go to push, try to get your body turned all the way to the side. You want to be square, okay? I like that you're doing some dry motions, though. That's awesome. Better. Good, Jaden. Oh, I didn't even know. All right, once you think you're good, you can bring it on to the screen. Better, Lauren, good job. All right. All right, Coach John is here. I'm gonna let him
Yeah.
talk first.
I'm just gonna do a little commercial real quick. So we do, as Coach Cayla just mentioned, we do have another class. We opened up next week. So we have classes all week next week, same time, 4 o'clock, Monday to Thursday. But right now, only 9 people are registered. So we got 17. I think we had 18 participants at one point on this call. So make sure you register so that you guys can get the link for next week's class. Again, great job, Cayla. It's all yours.
Awesome. All right, so we added more progression today. So we added a full circle and then we actually got on the mound today. We exaggerated our weight being shifted onto our push-off leg. Next week, I'm gonna show you what it should look like when we go to push off and what your plant foot should be doing. We didn't get time to do that today, but we'll have plenty of time next week to get into it. You guys did a fantastic job today. So I'm gonna unmute you guys if you have any questions or if you just wanna say bye. Thanks for coming, like always.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Can I log out? Dad, this is a new one to me because it right here. Okay.
Bye, Father.
All right, see you later.
I'll call you when I get in the car.
All right.
All right, bye. Should have stopped recording before I said that. All right. Stop video.